Boom, welcome back, Kev's gang, Kev's Sport, to another reaction with your boy Ike. Today we are going to be watching a video titled "The Game of NFL Wants You to Forget." I'm guessing they're gonna show us. Without any further ado, let's hop into this sheet.
This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Whether you need a domain, website, or...
Do you know what? I will say this. I need these guys to sponsor me. I have my own reasons, but Squarespace, you don't have any reason to sponsor me yet, but in the future you will.
Your online store, make it with Squarespace.
And it's getting ugly here in Cleveland.
The fans got to stop throwing crap. We just saw a guy get hit in the head and he's down, split his head wide open. The fans have got to control themselves. This
is a long time ago, though.
December 16th,
every sport across the line
marks a day that the NFL wants you to forget. It was a complete and utter catastrophe. A day where NFL officiating was a total disaster and showed how scary and disgraceful an angry mass of sports fans can be. But first, let me take you back a few years to really put this into context.
Alright, give it to me. What's up?
Coming up next on SportsCenter, artwork.
The Browns are indeed coming to Baltimore.
That doesn't sound like artwork to me.
For Baltimore, leaving no joy behind.
Unless if I misheard what she was saying.
In 1995, Cleveland Browns owner Art Modell had become public enemy #1. After he decided to move the Browns to Baltimore after that season, to say that Browns fans were upset would be a massive understatement. The NFL was created in Canton, would be a massive
What is that fella doing? You are breaking the stand of a table. Is that a stand of a table, or regardless of whether it's stand of a table or whatever? I'm sorry, but if you're getting any satisfaction from breaking that, you don't know what rioting or any of this is, man.
The NFL was created in Canton, Ohio, which is now home to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. That's only an hour away from Cleveland. Taking away the Browns would be like if the MLB allowed the Yankees to be relocated. Fans begged and pleaded for the NFL to give their franchise back, and after 3 seasons without a football team, Cleveland got their wish. Only 1 season after they got them back, their former team had already won a Super Bowl. After their first 2 seasons ended in disappointing fashion, they had finally gained some momentum in 2001. Throughout the first 12 games, the Browns had fought to a respectable 6-6 record. Matched up at home versus the Jacksonville Jaguars, this was a must-win if the Browns wanted a shot at the playoffs.
White lines up as the single setback.
With a minute left, the Browns down by 5. They need to score a touchdown, but more importantly, they have to get a first down now. It's 4th and 2. If they don't convert here, it's the ball game.
Job to hang on to the football. Gets the first down. Clock still running.
Now just spike the ball. Don't even waste the play. Or maybe they're even calling a play.
And he spikes it. And the clock stops with 48 seconds remaining.
And I'm just wondering if that was going to be one of those fake spikes.
I thought he was going to do that. It looked like...
Now here's the dilemma. Jaguars coach Tom Coughlin is begging for an intentional grounding, which was true. You can't fake a spike and then spike it. This should be a penalty and a loss of down. The announcers are in agreement. This looks like this will be the call on the field. Even though it'll hurt the Browns, they still have a chance to win the game.
So this is what we
as of yet, I am still very confused. I'll have to be very honest.
That the replay officials on the previous play, the 4th down play.
So if you see a look on my face as if like I'm confused or I'm paying a lot of attention, I am, because I don't know what's going on. And I think I'll fix that later. Jesus.
Replay buzz prior to the snap. We'll be looking to see if the last pass was incomplete or complete.
That's the 4th down reception by Quincy Morgan.
Whoa, wait. That's not how replay works. Everybody knows that you are not allowed to replay something that happened 2 plays ago. That's one of the most basic rules of the entire replay system. Time was now going by. There was no words from the refs. No one knew what was going on. Players were confused. Coaches were confused.
You know why? Because money was being passed around in the background. and they were trying to figure out how the hell to pay it off.
No one knew what was going on. Players were confused, coaches were confused, the fans obviously had no idea what was going on, but worst of all, the refs didn't know either.
Which I've never seen happen in this.
After review, the pass is incomplete. First down, Jacksonville.
So they say he was juggling the ball. And what Butch Davis is saying right now is we ran another play. And like I said, in the history of replay, Gus,
some money was passed around.
Once another play has been run, I have never seen them go back and say we're replaying another play.
This left everyone on the Browns sideline pissed, but there was a much bigger problem that had begun taking place. Following the game, one of the side referees came out and said, quote, "It was scary to the extent that we didn't know if we were going to get hit by bottles or if the fans were going to charge the field." Eric Westmoreland, a member of the Jaguars team, was quoted saying, "They were throwing bottles from behind our bench, so we migrated towards the 50-yard line." With the mob mentality, this crowd of angry fans was capable of anything. One thing was for sure, those refs weren't getting off this field very easy. With no signs of this crowd slowing down, and the players, coaches, and refs just trying to stay as far away as possible, with time still left on the clock, out of desperation, this is what happened.
And now they're going to call
That is the end of the game.
Unbelievable. Now they call the game.
Well, that was the right call.
48 seconds to go.
Yeah, you got to take.
Can I be so honest with you? I'm not even like there. I'm not there. I'm not present there. But just hearing, after just sitting down, I'm reacting, man. But after just sitting my ass down here, waiting for an answer, and this is what I hear, that the game is, we're ending the game. Bro, look at how pissed I'm getting, man. What do you mean we're ending the game?
Well, that was the right.
Do you know what? Let's see what the reaction was like. Of course they're happy. Of course they're happy.
Just a fiasco by the referees today.
I'd be happy if I was there. I would be ashamed, but I would be happy.
By throwing stuff on the field.
And the officials are pummeled as they head into the locker room, and Butch Davis is speechless.
Going to happen?
He doesn't know what to say or what to do.
So now, here's the scenario. The refs, players, and coaches had all exited the field and were in their respective...
By no means am I condoning any of these actions, by the way. I am just empathizing with the fact that if I'm a supporter of a sport, like the least you could do for me is like give me what I paid for and what I came to see.
Locker rooms, many of whom were scared of getting hurt, and at least now they could breathe a little. Oh wait, the league office just called. They're making the teams and the referees go back on the field and finish the game. It had been 20 minutes, and now they're being forced to go back out there and have the Jags take a knee to officially end it. A member of the Browns years later said, quote, "Guys were undressed. Butch had already talked to the team." The Jaguars player from earlier was also quoted saying, "This was a big uproar because the coaches were like, hey, they're still throwing bottles. We don't want the players to go back out there."
Yeah.
The league didn't care. Clearly. And here's another twist. Some fans believed that they all came back on the field because they were going to reverse the call. The head of Cleveland's Protective Services came out and said, when they restarted the game, I think that some fans believed that the referees reversed the decision as far as the play with the receiver. The fans thought that was a football decision. This wasn't the case. Both teams gathered 11 random players to go back out there just for this. This was a complete and utter embarrassment. From the referees, to the Browns fans in the stadium who threw beer bottles and other items, to the league office for forcing these players and refs to go back out there, and lastly, to the Browns owner Al Lerner and President Carmen Policy for making these comments.
As I said, I'm not criticizing our fans at all.
Why not?
Because I don't think it's appropriate today.
It wasn't pleasant. I wouldn't suggest anything like that, but it wasn't World War III. I don't see any terrible criticism that would be called for the fans. I think everybody controlled themselves, considering that They spent 60 minutes out in some pretty bad weather getting bounced around pretty hard.
Depending upon how it's depicted, people will understand no one got hurt.
Something very weird.
No one or you didn't get hurt? Which by one? Which one? Like, are you specifically talking about the targets, or are you talking about you? Okay. Yeah, that's better. I'm waiting for an answer, man. No? Okay.
Will understand no one got hurt.
Something very weird happened. So, fine, we didn't have the most stable people in the world sitting in the stands, and people reacted.
I don't think he's ever had a bottle thrown at him
But it
before.
wasn't World War III.
The fans
No,
gotta
it
stop
wasn't.
throwing crap. We just saw.
Because for World War III to come about, you need to include guns, you need to include a lot of ammunition, you need to include a lot of vehicles, you need to include a lot of deaths. But this is not what a football match is about, mate. There's not supposed to be any of those to begin with. Right? God damn.
But it wasn't World War III.
The fans gotta stop throwing crap. We just saw a
That's
guy
the
get
president.
hit in the head and he's down. Split his
The
head
owner,
right
sorry.
open.
And the president.
So I gotta ask you a question. Have you wanted to create a website to promote your work? But like me, you can't code and you just lack any skill to do so. Listen, Squarespace has got you covered. It's
I know.
incredibly simple to get started with a variety of templates.
Squarespace is sick. Only problem is they're not sponsoring me, okay? So we ending it there. Guys, that was sick. This just confirms, like, anything you see happening around the world, like the people that are in the at the center of it all, there's something lacking here, man. There's a lot lacking here, which makes sense why they would want us to also have a lot lacking here. You know what I mean? Because it's a lose-lose battle. But nah, that was sick. That was sick. That was sick. If you guys enjoyed this, don't forget to leave this video a like. And if you're looking to divert into other sort of content, I got you, man. This is one of 5 different channels that I have on this YouTube thing. So I will have all the other channels linked in the description down below. And of course, link to the original video down below. Go follow KTO for more of such videos. I think I have it all covered. I haven't done like an outro in a while, so I think like that's what it is becoming. I am taking like these on and offs. That every time I try to do an intro outro, I'm like, shit, did I make it too long? But you know what? It is what it is. It's been your boy, Kevs, and I am out.